Take me back to my reversion. Unite the clans, I give thanks to each person. It's that same holy water that we immerse in. It's that same tradition that we all each versed in. United we stand and divided they win. They ignited in their plans and divided they sin. If you think about it and see us all for the same lands, their biggest fear is that we all remain friends. I got love for Team Marsh and y'all podcast. I got love for Michael Matt fans. Ryan Grant, Rick, Barrett, T. Flanders, and Eric Sammons. Shout out to my boy, John Arrington. Avoid Babylon. I got love for Anthony and Rob Speak On. If you tried, you're persecuted, the same for the weak heart. Our rules go way back before the Genesis, the Greek ark, sweetheart. Yeah, this a mass of the ages. Shout out to Bishop Athanasius, Father Dave Nix. Red pill, we out the matrix. Haters.
Please turn to the music issue number 817. Glory and praise to our God.
And praise to our God. Like your parents.
Isn't it amazing when the woman cantor gets up to please turn to the music issue for number 817. Glory and praise to our God.
Can you believe it's daughters and sons instead of sons and daughters? How dare they?
What is that? What it says? I didn't even notice the lyrics. Is someone eating chips in the intro? What's Caitlin saying?
Yeah, we're muted.
So what's everybody been up to? We got a whole fresh cast this week, except for Darren and Angela, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So do we?
Rob and Angela. Seriously, I just have a reputation, don't I? My reputation precedes me, doesn't it?
Rob and Angela drinking. I'm drinking water, just so you guys know. I am the sober.
I don't drink anything.
My husband is on call, and so it's me versus 5 kids all day, pretty much every day.
You can.
So at the end of the day, I do like a nice beverage.
Yeah, everybody's saying Darren looks different because Darren shaves. So the audience is used to seeing bobbles in his beard. So.
Yeah, well, it's still kind of, it's like
I missed the spot.
It's on his stubble.
So Kyle actually won last week in the chat. So we invited him to come on. Kyle has his own YouTube channel. And I checked a few of his videos out today, and they were pretty funny. I figure he's going to fit right in with this crew. So we asked.
Wow, we got big names in the chat tonight, guys.
Oh, George Soros.
Oh, wow!
We just really have a fan of the chat.
Patreon.
You want to fund Meaning of Catholic, George?
Yeah.
Yeah, George, you can afford to be
just
a guild member.
$1,000.
We just need a small loan of $1 million.
So Before we get going, we do have a very special show planned today. We're doing all Advent trivia, just so you guys know.
We actually worked hard on these questions.
Yeah, we actually did, because it's not easy to get 20 Advent questions. I mean, believe it or not, it's not like Holy Week, So we got some really good questions. We threw some funny pop trivia questions in there too. But before we get going, Rob's got some house cleaning to do before we go. So
yeah, we'll get all the chores out of the way. So this is So You Think You Know the Faith on the Meaning of Catholic. We're supposed to say that, so we're saying that. Does we mean Rob? Yes, it does, Don. Well, actually, no. Anthony's the one who put all the pop culture ones in there, believe it or not.
I put first off, Rob threw 4 questions in. Settle down. I come up with most of the questions. All right. You guys make it like I do zero prep. Me and Rob have our roles. All right. So what else you got, Rob?
Other than that, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the Meaning of Catholic, and then head over to the Avoiding Babylon channel to like and subscribe to Avoiding Babylon over there. And that's just youtube.com/@avoidingbabylon.
Also subscribe to Integrated with Angela Erickson. Also subscribe to Kyle Whittington's channel. Subscribe to Plotlines and to the Traditional Thomas. We are all from other channels. Tim has allowed a few of us to, he's trying to, I think what Tim's trying to do is build kind of a network, right? So
with indentured servants, basically.
Yeah, basically we're all indentured servants. We work for free, but he's got a very a very good idea to kind of let everybody collaborate on Meaning of Catholic, because he wants to make sure this stuff going on in the show. I mean, you have 24 hours a day of airtime that you can fill, so why not fill it, right? So it gives us an opportunity to promote our stuff if you guys enjoy it. So this is, yes, we will drop our links at the end of the show. So we'll go from there. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you guys, I don't have my Twitter handle on my name.
Do you want me to edit that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. You take care of that. So tonight we are going to do Advent trivia.
That's a little dismissive the way you said that.
Yes, you peasant.
Yeah, you take care of that.
I mean, I'm busy doing stuff here.
Yeah.
So let's see. How appreciate? I think Joe meant to say how appreciative, right? You guys need a link tree for all the files. Yeah, we do have a link tree.
Well, not for everyone else though.
Well, part of it is that every single episode of So You Think You Know the Faith has different people on it, so it might be tough to do.
Yeah. Darren doesn't have a channel. Darren just comes to hang out with us because he likes us. So, all right, let's get going. Tonight's a little bit of a slow start. So usually we spend 10, 15 minutes getting going while the audience builds up. But this is an exciting show, and I think we could get moving with it. So we're gonna start with question number 1. Kyle doesn't know the rules actually. So Kyle, you're gonna switch over to group private chat.
All right.
So I forgot I have to explain the rules. So you guys all switch over to private chat, and you're gonna use your initial, and just use that as a buzzer system. So you see how I threw an A in there, Darren threw a D in there. You're just going to put throw a K up there. And then if you know the answer, you just hit enter and throw your K up there. And then that's it. Darren will put a page break after each question. So this way here, you guys know, yes, that is exactly what you do there, Kyle.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a little inside joke for everybody on the inside. You guys aren't privy to. Okay, so we are going to begin with question number 1. Here we go. What is not sung or recited at Mass during Advent? What is not sung or recited at Mass during Advent? Waiting to see if anybody got it in the chat. All right, everybody's got it in the chat. Which one of you guys have it?
I got it.
Here we go.
It's rigged.
The Gloria.
This is election fraud.
That is correct.
Sorry.
The Gloria. You can't just blurt things like that out.
George Soros is on Darren's side.
Sorry, George.
No.
I didn't mean it.
We got Tobias, Don, and Margot, the first 3 in. Margot's got an upper hand when it comes to that, I guess, right? These are all traditional usually. All right, question number 2.
Both.
Yeah, it depends. We like to argue over the different rights. So, in which century was Advent reduced to its current length?
This is controversial.
This is a controversial answer.
Anthony and I came up with different answers here.
So, yes. So I came up with this question and I put the answer in. And Rob, me and Rob have an active note between each other. And so I could watch him live edit, basically. And I just see him changing the answers in there. And I'm like, what is going on here? He says, well, I found something else compared to your answers. So we figured we will wait and see how this question bears out. I have a feeling nobody's going to get it.
I like this one.
Yes.
And actually, Don, no. What's
century?
What century?
Yeah, what century?
So there's
You
only
only got 20 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
only
it's
1 in 20 chance.
All right, so I see. All right, this is going to be one of the. I don't see anybody with it correct in the chat.
So there's 2 potential answers here, and no one's got them.
Yeah.
All right,
like, guys, just start throwing numbers in there. I mean,
Kyle.
All right.
16th.
All right, that's not correct, but I'm not. You're not going to lose a point
unless someone gets it.
Unless somebody else actually gets it, and isn't it? It can't just be a guess. So does anybody else actually know?
Connor, you know,
15th.
Yeah, so that sounds like a guess too. So
plus it's wrong.
Plus it's wrong. Yeah, obviously.
I'm gonna say it was in the 12th century during the 4th Lateran Council.
And you'd be wrong. Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't
Because
as close.
Because it
All
was.
right, so here's the thing. I went on and looked up like trivia questions, and this was a trivia game answer, and they gave me 6th century. Then Rob was reading Garanjay, and he came up with the 9th century.
Garanjay says the earliest he found a notation of its change was the 9th century, but
So this was going
We're
to be
not
a
sure.
disputed answer either way, and nobody was going to get a point on this one. We just figured we'd leave it in there because
maybe in the 150 years since Garanjay wrote, maybe they found evidence of the 6th century. I don't know.
that's true. So
Or maybe they just got the 6 and the 9.
I was about to say, wasn't Dom Garanjay like notoriously dyslexic?
was he?
Was he?
No, I just made that up.
Oh. All right. So before it was made to its current length, this is question 3. What? Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is the question 3. All right. What day did Advent begin prior to its current iteration? So before the 6th or 9th century, what day did Advent begin? Let's see. Let's see if anybody gets this one. These are tricky questions. Now, my questions were
Chat's
easier.
got
Rob decided to make them harder.
The chat's got it.
All right. Kyle,
Right, but I was looking for a date. Okay, so I have one person in the chat has it.
You
Well,
want a date? You said the
all those-
day.
All those other answers, Anthony, are that
Would
same
te-
date.
I know what you're saying, but that's actually
But I don't like it.
I want the date. I want the date.
Don't worry, Rob. I got you.
Date.
I want the date, and it's not this date. That's all I'm saying. I know that's everybody.
That's Epiphany.
So somebody does have it in the chat. So all right, which one of you guys buzzed in?
Kyle.
What do you say, Kyle?
November 11th.
That is correct. Now, the reason why we didn't want to accept that other answer, well, I guess this is just an obvious one then. So,
Why?
next question: what was the name for Advent during this period of it beginning on November 11th?
Oh, I see. I see why you want. Yeah.
You see? So, what was the name for Advent during this period that began on November 11th? So now the chat is understanding why I couldn't accept that answer before. So, which one of you guys got it?
Oh, we're done.
Yeah.
No one?
Let's go.
Kyle.
Kyle and Darren. All right.
All right.
Okay, full disclosure, I cheated, so I peeked into the chat. So
You can't do
Oh,
that.
you can't. You gotta
Yeah,
skip
you
that.
can't do
Okay.
You can't
You
do
gotta
that.
skip.
You're
Yeah, give it to Darren.
excommunicated.
Okay.
I have no
Well, then I'm gonna
idea.
keep my
I'm
mouth shut then. 'Cause
I'm gonna
it's
say-
just
I'm gonna say Adventide.
No, incorrect. Does anybody else know? Nick, you don't know?
I have no clue.
I have to
I have
admit,
no clue.
I feel so much better knowing that no one else knows, and it's
You guys are
not.
gonna be
What
so
is-
mad when you hear the answer.
What is
Someone
Twitter
needs
becoming
to
in Latin?
go. Someone needs to join the St. Anthony's.
I mean,
group
the
on
St.
Media
Anthony's
Catholic.
group on Meaning of Catholic is celebrating this right now.
Oh, well, then I have a guess. Then I have a guess. Then
All right, take a guess.
is it Martin Miss?
It is.
Oh my
Well,
goodness!
Martin Miss
No,
would be the
no,
day
no,
it
no, no,
starts.
no. It's not
It's
Martin
not.
Miss.
Oh,
Martin
Anyway.
Miss is November 11th.
Yeah.
Right. So what is the I see what you're saying. All right, so that's you're on track. What is the name for this period? Not just Martin Miss. What is the name for this period? What are they doing in St. Anthony's right now?
Pre-Christmas.
It has to do with Martin Miss. You don't want to take another guess, Nick?
My only other guess I feel like is lame. I just like Martin Tide or something like that. I have no.
It's close, but not it. All right, so
Dang.
it is St. Martin's Lent.
Oh.
St.
Oh.
Martin's Lent.
Darren does not lose a point.
Darren does not lose a point. Where did
Oh.
Connor go?
I don't know.
He's sick of
He was
us.
just done. He was done. It was too much for him.
I get it. Yeah.
It's a lot
Yeah,
of
so
I
pressure.
can only
Diane-
watch so many train wrecks.
Diane got both answers. She got November 11th and she got St. Martin's Lent. So
I like
Darren
you, Diane.
did not lose a point there. All right, so that was good. Let's see. Okay, let's see. All right, next question. Both fasting and abstinence were observed during St. Martin's Lent on what 3 days of the week? What 3 days of the week was fasting and abstinence observed during St. Martin's Lent?
The chat's
that's
got
pretty-
it again.
It's a pretty obvious one, right? I feel like you're seeing the chat before me, Rob.
That's because I'm in the YouTube chat, not on the.
Oh,
It helps
I
me
gotcha.
get. It helps me see
Get
it
ahead of
faster.
you.
I got you. I got you. All right, which one of you guys got it?
I think it was me. It's Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. If my memory's correct.
That is incorrect.
dang.
Incorrect.
Kyle.
That
I'm up
is
next.
what the
That-
St. Anthony group is doing, but it's not the tradition.
That
Kyle.
was my guess. So no, I don't have anything.
Oh,
That was my guess.
Angela, you can have a chance to steal.
Can I guess? Because that was my answer as well.
You don't admit that. You
Nope.
throw out a different answer.
Where'd you go, Con?
Answers.
Connor went to look at the chat and he came back.
I don't know,
Yeah.
like Wednesday,
Wow,
Thursday,
man, this
Friday?
is what happens when you let Rob control the questions. Everyone,
Rob,
right?
Rob,
So-
can you make some questions for me? Oh,
But so
2 hours
far,
later.
the only
Rob, you
questions nobody in the group has gotten, but the chat has it. So as long as the chat gets it, it's good. So none of you guys got it. Hope, you cheater. Your husband came up with the question. I'm not letting you answer.
She didn't know.
No?
No, I did this at work.
Oh, all right. Margot's got it.
My-
Wait. Oh, so listen, Diane, you have to stay to the end of the show because you're a new viewer.
Oh
and
my
new viewers
goodness.
have a very good
Anthony.
chance of getting a prize.
It's a weighted thing, okay? It's like college,
Listen,
basically.
you gotta wait till the end to see how this works. It's a very complicated system that we come up
We
with.
do it based on intersectionality, but not the
Yes.
woke kind.
Okay.
Ah.
So listen, at least when Rob comes up with questions, we all learn something, right? I mean,
Yeah.
all right. Now this one's another Rob question. I'm going to tell you guys right now.
Hmm.
The next 2 questions are Rob questions. Then we get into Anthony questions, and you guys are going to like those.
So just make it through the next 2
The
questions.
next
everyone.
2 insanely difficult questions that nobody's going to know the
You're
answer to.
supposed
Here
to
we
save
go.
these
Because
for
it's-
the end.
these next
I
two
know.
are
You
even-
would think. Wait, Ange, I had 1 through 15 written out. He decides to put his at number 3, 4.
No.
Well, because it connected to the other one.
No,
You still
let-
do it at the end. You
just
can make it
put
connect at the
questions
end.
All right, here we go. I always try to save the hard ones for the end.
You should.
All right, in the Byzantine rite of the Catholic Church, how long is Advent and on which day does it begin?
Dang.
Not
There's
one person, I bet.
There's 23 other churches in our church. We should ask questions about them every once in a while.
Yeah,
But that
but
should
they
be-
make up like
that should be
2% of the rest of the church.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
should
but
be.
I
I
suffer
know,
from Latin
but
right
still.
supremacy, okay?
Latin right supremacy.
Oh,
Rob.
Steven's here. Steve, maybe you know this one because you're a nerd. Let's go. Because nobody else knows it. So
Bringing the heat immediately. Wow.
in the Byzantine rite of the Catholic Church, how long is Advent and on which day does it begin? I'll tell you what, if you get either of those, if you tell me how long it is or what day it begins, you get a point.
Isn't Advent 50 days?
Incorrect.
No,
Ah,
I thought
That's good.
it was from Martinmas. I thought they kept that.
So we're talking the Byzantine rite.
That was what the Latin rite was. Yes.
Bummer.
Byzantine rite. Do we
gonna
have
say-
Byzantine viewers? Timothy's
Thought I
asking
was
if we got
clutch.
Byzantine viewers.
I'm gonna say 40 days
We
from
do.
November 15th.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Ooh.
correct.
Yeah.
It's November
40 days off.
14th because it goes to Christmas Eve. So November
Oh,
14th
well.
to Christmas Eve, but it's 40 days.
Well,
so-
I mean, technically, it starts with the Vespers before the 15th, so that's why it's the 14th.
Well, no, they started on
Darren,
November. The
Enough.
14th is the feast of
Already
Saint
had
Philip.
enough of you and your bald face. Stop it.
the last
Dang.
2 legitimate questions, then it's just chaos. Correct, Joe?
But it is important to know that in the Byzantine rite, it starts on the feast of Saint Philip.
Yeah, so basically, Rob just said, don't even ask my next question because it's insanely hard. Because you just gave the answer to the next question, Rob.
Not really.
Rob.
Dang it, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, same.
Shoot.
See, our guests don't care.
All right. It's close. It's a very close. So it's very close. But
Who's gotten the most right so far
sorry,
tonight?
Rob. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's the score?
Does
Does
it
anybody
even
have points yet?
matter?
Because all Rob's questions so far, I don't know if anybody has points.
Literally, there's a total of 3 total points from the viewers or from the group here. 3.
Dang.
All right. 6 questions and only 3 points out.
We're killing it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys took
Good job,
Mrs.
guys.
Flanders' goodbye
All
star.
right, listen.
Clearly.
Last Rob question, and then we get into my questions. And then everybody can actually have fun.
And then it's about Home Alone and
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun stuff. So,
Oh, okay.
all right. What is another name for Advent in the Byzantine Rite? Again, not a single Byzantine Catholic here, but
Hey,
why not throw
hey.
that question out?
Lyndon Preddy, who helps the meaning of Catholic, is Byzantine. So you know what, Aunt?
What did you just say?
He's
What?
not here though.
Fair enough.
He's not here.
Lyndon Preddy is Byzantine Catholic.
Who
We have a
is
lot
that?
of we have a lot of Byzantine Catholics. Well, I don't know.
You
We
have
a-
not
we
been
have a
paying
few, though.
attention, have you, Anthony?
No.
He's literally in the same chat as you, like every day.
Yes.
Oh, I don't read names. I just see guys going. I don't know.
Badger
He doesn't
Dad
see people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Badger Dad.
in Kaileshka, right?
Okay.
Yes.
So does anybody know this?
Kyle.
What is the
No,
name
I don't know
for
it, but I've
Advent
got a-
in the
I've got a
Byzantine
guess.
Rite? Not one person in the chat has. Oh wait, no, one
I
person
really-
got it.
I really like Joe's answer.
Greek Advent.
Joe, you took my answer.
That's great.
Timothy's not a fan so far.
I mean, listen, Ray's saying we got some dumb guests
Today, Ray, they're here all the time.
I gotta tell you, I don't know any of these either, so I'm not knocking anybody. All right.
All right.
Does
Kyle,
anybody know?
you got a guess?
Yeah, no, I was dead serious whenever I said that Joe took my answer. It was literally
Alright.
Greek Advent.
I'm gonna say the preparation.
No.
You know, like how presentation, like
All right, thank goodness Rob's questions are done.
Hallelujah.
Thank goodness. Now we can
It
actually
was
play trivia.
the
I love
answer
you,
was
Rob.
Winter Lent or St. Philip's Fast. I made it so easy for you all.
Sorry.
so easy.
That makes sense.
I love you, Rob.
I swore that it was the St. Martin's Fast was the
Advent.
same in the East and West, but it was St. Philip's Fast. So that's
Advinsky.
I
Alright, so
give myself
now
a
we-
pat on the
now we-
back.
No,
for
Now
not-
we get into some
Lent.
reasonable
Just
stuff,
kinda
guys.
dumb.
Are we ready for some reasonable
Let's
questions?
get some reasonable
Last
stuff. Yeah.
time I made
There's
a
some
question.
nothing-
reasonable questions. These are things that, like, I think most people. There's gonna be at least one
All
of
right.
you who will know this. Here
There's
we go.
nothing reasonable about any of this, Ant. Come on now.
All right, here we go.
Let's be
What-
honest.
What do the evergreen branches of the Advent wreath symbolize? That's a good question. The evergreen
Yeah,
branches of the
let's ask a
Advent
question about a Lutheran tradition. Why not, huh?
I think I know 0 about Advent.
Listen,
Dang.
it's all about ecumenism. They're a
Exposed.
very important part of our tradition.
No. Well, he's gone.
You know what? That's fair.
All right, I got people in
Correct.
the chat. Which one of you guys got it?
Not fair. Stop it.
Which
So,
one of you guys have it?
so the evergreen. I thought the evergreen represented like the everlasting life, like the eternity.
Good job. First point. Thank
I
goodness.
actually-
Anthony's
I
on
promise I
questions
actually
it's a,
knew that
it's
one.
a circle.
Surprised I
It's a
did too.
circle.
Yeah, a lot of people got it. Let's see. Eternal life.
Let me,
eternal life. Eternal life.
let me score this
Hallelujah,
here
you
real
got it
quick.
first. Haley got it.
Do you guys all do the Advent wreath with the candles? Do you guys do that tradition?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
I thought that we were like, doing what all the good Catholics do, and apparently that wasn't a Catholic tradition. At least it didn't start as a Catholic tradition. That was news to me last year.
It's like
And-
mid 19th century or so, I think.
Listen,
Yeah.
as Catholics, it's totally fine for us to like kill other things and take their stuff. So it's fine.
Mhm.
It is. But
Mhm.
you know when I learned that? In this episode.
Oh well.
Today. I was today
I
years
just
old.
learned that now. You guys taught the trivia guy something about trivia. All right, ready? What does the rose pink candle lit on the third Sunday of Advent symbolize? The rose pink candle in that Advent wreath that is Lutheran.
It
But the church makes us do it. Apparently, I don't know. This is a Vatican II tradition. I didn't know this. All right, I got correct. answers.
Symbolizes
Which
a
one
$200 investment that gets worn twice a year.
Yeah.
I got it in the
It probably
chat.
costs
Which one
more
you guys
than
got
that.
it?
Yeah, I was about to say
I'm
that's,
just-
that's a very
That's a very cheap
conservative
chasuble.
estimate, yeah.
No, guys, I've never bought one. Okay.
I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna say joy.
Correct.
Joy to the
Valentine's Day
world.
Sunday, joy.
Yeah,
Yeah, very good.
not really. I guess.
I like this.
Almost there, guys, but it's a color. All right, this one. All right, this is a very hard one. All right, I came up with it. It's an Anthony question, but it's a pretty tricky one. What are the names of the villains in Home
Oh,
Ooh.
shoot.
Alone? The names of the villains in Home Alone.
That is a good question, Ant.
Come
I
on,
should know.
that's a good question.
Did I tell you? I know Anthony and Rob about my
Joe
daughter, and maybe
Joe
Connor too.
Pesci.
My daughter, after watching Home Alone last year, decided
Good
to
job,
start
Hope.
setting up traps in our house for my husband.
Wait a minute.
She-
Is this,
She legit, I'm not kidding. She was 6. She was 6 at the time. She splashed water on the top of our wooden stairs and then set a piece of cardboard with a screw sticking up through it. on a lower
wait,
stair.
is this the one that likes me?
She's the one that thinks you're super cute.
Oh my god, I love her. She's my favorite.
Lars is like, why are the stairs wet?
First off, Margot's answer is really funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
Margot's answer is really funny. Joe's answer is funny. Kevin's mom and dad. Okay, which one of you guys got it?
Those were the villains, true.
It's Harry and Marv.
It is Harry and
Yes.
Marv.
Oh, I knew it was Marv. I couldn't remember the other one.
The Sticky Bandits.
The Wet
Yeah,
Bandit.
I would have accepted the Wet Bandits.
Of
The
all
Wet
the
Bandits
people to
is
get
part
that
of
one
it.
right, Nick,
I
would've guessed-
too. Yeah.
Sticky Bandits Part 2.
I would have guessed inebriated Angela to get the pop culture and not the traditional Thomist.
I am so glad you told me that about your daughter, Ange.
Oh my
I can't
goodness.
wait because if one day if she ever gets your phone, I'm gonna tell her you traps the set.
Hey, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't feel like super great about it. She had the hots for her lifeguard this summer when she was doing swimming lessons, and I
How
didn't have
old
the
is
heart.
she?
She just turned 7.
Aw.
I didn't have the heart to tell her that he was gay.
Aw.
So
Sweetie, he bats for the other team.
yeah, I was like,
I don't know.
sorry.
Oh, brother.
Well, I mean, I'm married. You don't have to tell her that. So, all right, let's go. When does Christmas?
Let's move on.
You should say that.
This got weird.
Let's keep going.
I'm saying
Let's rush over that one.
Tell him that.
That's gonna be a good short.
Terrible.
That's gonna be a good short to show the
Keep
wife.
going.
Cole, watch this.
Oh my.
Sometimes I say things that I don't think.
Sometimes, just sometimes.
That is so disturbing.
Oh.
I don't know what came out of my mouth just now. I apologize, everybody. He put the shovel down.
The hole's deep enough, bud.
no. Out of context clip, absolutely.
I think Anthony's the villain of Home Alone.
All right, ready? When does Christmas end? And this is a controversial
Never.
question. This is a controversial question.
Not really. My answer's right.
It is a controversial question,
It's a controversial question.
although
Not
it has
controversial, and I'm
although
correct.
it does have a definitive answer.
Anthony is our favorite villain.
Please know that Anthony's comments do not reflect the shared opinion.
I have given that disclaimer twice already. My comments
We
do
need
not
a banner
reflect-
for it, though.
I'm gonna
How
make
often
a video of that.
How
Rob,
often
you
does your
should
wife
have a
repeat that
banner.
claim, though?
As Flanders handler, I needed to push that out there one more time to make sure that the
Yeah,
operation
it's his
continues to
CIA
float up
handler, right?
All right, so
Yeah.
here's where the controversy comes in. Who's got
How
it?
about you let us answer first?
I'm saying.
Whoa.
I'm going to.
Wow.
Which one of you guys got it?
I do.
All right, let's see, Kyle.
Candlemas.
Okay, so that is correct.
Wrong.
That is correct.
I'll
But-
fight you.
So is this.
Epiphany. Because that's actually when the Christmas season ends. It's 12 days of Christmas. It's not 40. It's 12. That's how long the season is.
Right? So it's like,
But
I said Epiphany. Rob said Candlemas.
Listen. It's pretty easy
Epiphany.
though. It's no. Consider this.
because Candlemas is 50 days, right?
If it's Candlemas,
40.
then you can be lazy and not have to take your tree down.
I get it. Listen, I say Candlemas every year because of that. That's my excuse for why the tree's still up.
It's Epiphany.
It's Epiphany, though. I mean,
Right.
I said
It's
Epiphany. Rob says Candlemas. So
The official church calendar says Epiphany.
So now, Diane, this is every
Christmas
episode. You have
time,
to
or
understand.
Candlemas.
Diane, I pick the questions, and then Nosy Rob has to go in and play around and tell me I'm wrong. Because no matter what, Rob
You
says,
send me the link and ask me to.
I'm going to stop sending you the link because you just
Please.
you're just so contrarian. You find things to fight with me about that don't need to be fought about. I know what you're up to.
So it's like
Right.
Easter, though, right? So like you have the Easter octave, and then you have the season of Easter. So is Christmas not the same way, where you have Christmas tide?
I do have
you
the
have
Christmas
the season of
octave, but
Christmas.
that's January 1st.
The better comparison would be like the church began either when Christ was like wounded in the side
not that
or
one
Pentecost. That's a better
Okay.
comparison.
All right. I still think I'm right on when the birth of the church
Yes.
is.
I agree with you on that one.
I think I'm still right about when the birth of the church is. So Eric Salmons disagreed with me, but I think
Tony
I'm
the
right.
Grinch here.
Why do you hate Christmas, Anthony? Why shorten the best time of the year? Okay, let's move on. Let's go. Okay. Where did Mary and Joseph escape to protect Jesus? Where did Mary and Joseph escape to protect Jesus? Or escape to protect Jesus?
Oh my gosh.
Did the extra 2 throw you guys off totally?
It must have, because Darren went in twice.
Yeah.
Connor, you're a little quiet tonight, bud.
I
You're
thought-
usually pretty talkative.
He's
How you
recovering
feeling?
from his illness.
That's what I'm saying. Are you feeling better yet or no?
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
Wait, you
Yeah.
were is that why you were MIA forever?
Yeah, Angela, do you even pay attention to the chat you're in?
He almost
No.
died, Ange. Come on.
Wait, did you have the vid?
Ange, we all went to the hospital.
He had
to visit him.
Ebola.
What?
Did you not?
We
Did you not
all
donate
went
to
to the
the Give Some
hospital and
Go?
visited him.
You are so full of you know what.
Yeah, the
You
black
missed
cat.
you missed signing the card.
It was about.
No one sent me the card, so what does that say about them?
Angela, I can't believe where have you been? Oh,
I
my
just
God.
met
All right, so which one of you guys got it, Darren?
I think it was
No. Did I get it in? Because I can't see it on my side. It looks like I tagged in way late after like 4 other
You take.
people.
No,
Oh
it's-
yeah, so it looks like Nick
I
got
see
in
Nick
first.
and Kyle and Connor.
All right, Nick, you're up.
I believe it's Egypt.
That is correct. Egypt.
Seriously.
So another question for you guys. So first off, do you guys have this devotional book? It's the best one. Get
What is it?
Blessed be God. Oh,
I don't have that specific one, no.
yeah, it's amazing. So in it has the devotions in honor of Saint Joseph. So the exercise of the 7 sorrows and joys of Saint Joseph. So I've been wondering this because I've been reflecting on this. It was talking about which one would it be? It would be the 4th. Sorry, hold on. 5th. The 5th sorrow and joy of Joseph. It talks about. So here's what it says. Greatly also didst thou rejoice to have God himself always with thee, and to see the overthrow of the idols of Egypt. Like, I don't like what does that come from? Because I've only ever known as the understanding, like, yeah, they went to Egypt, and those are like the lost years of the, for lack of a better term, of the Holy Family. The overthrowing of the idols. Do you guys know anything about that? This has been a legitimate question I've been asking myself for 2
No,
weeks.
you're gonna have to put a link for that book in at the end of the show because
Yeah,
I will-
it's
I have a
amazing.
feeling people are going to want to see that.
I will.
I'm
will
going
say
to
it'll-
plug a. Go, Darren.
Oh, I was just going to add. It does annoy me when people talk about like how this is like an immigration story. It's like they just had
It's
the
not.
census.
Oh, dude.
They just
Yeah.
had the census, the Roman census, and they went from one Roman province to another Roman province.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm gonna plug a far future episode, but there is going to be a new book out on the 22nd by Dr. Paul Thingpen. That's a collection of the mystics' writings
About Saint
and
Joseph.
visions about Saint Joseph.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, so
Tan's gonna send us the book, and hopefully we can get Dr. Thingpen on to talk about it.
That's
That'd be
sweet
awesome.
because doing the at least some of you guys in here did the St. Joseph's consecration
Oh yeah.
this past year, and I don't remember reading anything about that. You know, the overthrow of the idols in Egypt. I don't remember reading anything about that. And whose book did we read again? wrote that?
Father Calloway.
Thank you. Yeah. Anyway,
so I've got a little bit to add on the overthrowing of the idols of Egypt. You know, the first thing that comes to mind is like the animals that they specifically had to sacrifice in Leviticus. You know, the cows and stuff like that. Those are the animals that the Egyptians held
Worshipped,
sacred.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like, you know, the sacrifice that the Israelites and the Jews were like required to sacrifice were a cure for the idolatry that they had picked up in Egypt. So, like, whenever I hear like, you know, Jesus and the Holy Family had to go to Egypt, that was like the final like death nail of like finally killing that idolatry because they came up out of Egypt and then ultimately Jesus was sacrificed.
Yeah, and I mean,
oh, go ahead.
No, it just makes sense because the only way I was connecting it was Old Testament Joseph, right? And as you mentioned, so that makes sense.
You have to look at it like
that's actually probably some of my favorite typology in sacred scripture is Joseph and Joseph and Christ. Yeah.
Remember when Anthony used to do typology?
My first few episodes. But even Moses, when he has them kill the lamb, they're slaughtering the Egyptian god, so the Egyptians will want to kill them just for that. So it's like even if they want, it's like God put them in the desert. It's like they couldn't go back to Egypt even if they wanted to after slaughtering those lambs, you know.
Enoch just wants to see the world burn.
Well, actually, Prepping for Heaven gave the answer. The church started on Pentecost, and that was the controversy because it didn't start at either of those. It's the church is birthed, I would think, when the spear goes in Christ's side and the blood and water flow from his side, just like the bride of Adam is taken from his side in the Garden of Eden. So that is the controversy there. The trivia game did say Pentecost, and that is the controversy at hand. So it's what we argue over.
You're right. I would say
Joe. We're honored.
The mystical body of Christ, the church, you're right, was birthed from the side of Christ.
From the side of Christ.
But I think the more formal institution where people are commissioned in a sense is Pentecost.
And that's where the controversy
That's more of the physical.
Oh,
well,
I can't. Seriously?
Enoch is the best. All right, we got to move on. We just took a 20-minute detour. All right. In the movie,
Don't act like that's unusual. Yeah.
In the movie The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, how does Tim Allen inherit the role of Santa Claus?
Punched Aries right in the face.
Punched Aries in the face.
That would have been way better.
That would have been awesome.
You asked earlier why I haven't been around much.
Yeah.
The sickness was only half the answer.
Where'd you go? What did you go on vacation to do? Oh, you went on vacation? You took a trip? What'd you do?
Yeah, I just spent some time with some friends in a different city. So
you kind of left us off. You were like, "I'm on an Amtrak," and then you disappeared for 10 days.
Well, no one asked.
Yeah,
I asked.
Yeah, we did.
I literally said,
no one.
"Heading where?" And you never answered.
And
we
then I
never heard from
answered,
you
and then
again.
you didn't respond to that.
I'm
He
gonna go
may
back
or
and
may
check,
not
'cause
have
this is-
joined the CIA Jesuits. Can neither confirm nor deny.
All right, which one of you guys got the answer here?
Kyle.
We got Kyle.
All right, so the Santa Claus fell off Tim Allen's roof in the movie at the very
That's
beginning.
correct.
But then he puts on the robe. That's the moment.
Right, but
Oh yeah,
what happened
yeah, I
was
was
he
totally
killed
about to
Santa.
say that.
Yeah.
He
It
killed
was a
Santa.
clause.
I see that. I see what happened.
Was
You're
it
gonna
when
get a
he
point
fell
even
off
though
the
you
roof,
didn't
or was it
deserve
when he put on the robe?
He put on the robe.
It's when he
Listen,
put on the robe.
Was he birthed
Listen,
in the
according to the
sky?
Council
I
of
will die
Anaheim,
on this hill.
See this. I had a question picked.
Was
for
it
this
when he
next
heard
one.
such a clatter?
I had a question.
And he arose to see what was the matter.
I had a question picked for the next question, and Rob edited it, and I didn't realize, and he changed the whole question.
I told you.
was
I
an
told you your
advent
number
question.
14 is wrong
You're wrong.
How was that an Advent question?
because your number 14 was clearly taken only from the Novus Ordo, because that feast doesn't exist in the traditional calendar.
Wait, Tim Allen has a feast.
Right,
in
okay,
the
so what?
traditional
It didn't have to be in the traditional.
Feast
It
of
could have
St.
just
Nicholas is
been.
December 6th. It's an Advent.
You could have just said in
Hey.
the Novus Ordo. and
Okay,
left my
well
question.
you can ask it that way if you want.
Yeah, I don't. So
Girls, let's move along here.
all right, this is like worse than Haley and Angela. Gosh.
We were very civil.
I know, obviously.
You
If
know what?
weren't, I wouldn't have made the joke if you weren't.
Oh. What
He
happened?
just- he booted himself. I thought I got booted. It got silent. I thought he threw me out. He threw himself out. That's great. Okay, so my original question was,
Caitlin,
name-
none of these are tradmen because the tradmen hate us apparently and decided not to join.
yeah, the Trapman didn't. They don't
Oh
like-
wait, she means this. Sorry.
Yeah, Diane
Jason
wants to
just
know what
heard
the
me.
question is. Here's the question. Obviously, I have to say in the Novus Ordo now. So in the Novus Ordo, what is the feast that lands between Christmas and New Year's?
Well, there's
Is that what the
There's still-
question was originally?
yeah, but there's 3 feasts in the
No,
there's
I actually asked what feast lands on January 1st.
no, you didn't. You
Yes, I
said
did.
between Christmas and January 1st.
That's not what I said. I said,
Well,
what
this is
feast
a
on the-
cluster.
I said, what feast is on January 1st?
No, you didn't.
I wish I had the original question.
Who knows?
I remember my
No,
first
now you're
trivia
saying it.
question.
I'm saying it now. What feast lands on January 1st?
Okay, I've got that answer.
Yeah. that's what
Anthony, look at the next question.
Oh.
Dum dum dum. Are you waving, Veronica? She's waving.
All right.
She's crying out for help.
All right, Rob's right. I'm sorry, Rob. You're 100% right. So I just asked the next question, basically.
I'm cutting
All
that.
All right, Rob is right. I apologize.
Jason.
Rob's
What
right.
is the question?
I admit it. I'm wrong. I made a mistake. I have it. All right, which one of you guys? Wait, I want to see if anybody.
What
Got
was
it.
even the question?
Yeah. People got it. All right, so which one of you guys got it?
I have.
What do you got?
The Solemnity of Mary
That is correct.
is the
Okay.
Novus Ordo feast.
Correct. Okay.
You
I'm
want
just
the
going to ask
traditional
Rob's
one,
question.
Or is that
the
the
way
next
he-
question?
No. Rob's question. I'm going to ask the way he said.
Let me
Rob,
score
you-
this now because I was. I got to look through the chat real quick.
Do you want the traditional name of the feast, or is that the next question?
No.
Is there a traditional name?
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
Darren is
That's the-
ashamed.
The traditional name is the circumcision.
Okay, yeah.
Because
so
it's
that's why.
because it's 8 days after, which is the day which the Jews
Thank you, Margot. Yeah.
circumcise their male child.
Well, first off,
So it's
Diane had it
circumcision
first.
of Christ.
Something else too.
Diane had it
Cool
first.
Which is
theological
also the first time that Christ shed his blood.
Oh,
Isn't
Tobias
Which
had
is
it.
one of the
Also-
sorrows of Mary.
Isn't it called something else too?
Yeah, the
Like,
Solemnity of Mary.
The
That's what it's called
No,
now.
isn't it like the No, it's the baptism. No.
Presentation.
No, that's a Sunday feast. That's a
Um,
Sunday
Is it
Steven.
something else?
The question, Kai.
Steven.
That is the question.
Tim Leroy, Tim, not Flanders, but just sent me something saying that the Catena shows that one of the fathers says that Isaiah had foretold this flight into Egypt. Lo, the Lord shall ascend on a light cloud and shall come into Egypt and shall scatter the idols of Egypt.
Mm.
So that is where that comes. It's an Old Testament
It's-
fulfillment in Isaiah
Fulfillment of the
of the prophecy
Oh.
of Isaiah.
Gosh,
Sweet.
That's
I
so
love the
cool.
Bible.
So Tobias says he has in the 62 January 1st is the octave day of the Nativity of the Lord.
Correct.
Well, I did
So-
say Novus Ordo though, so Darren had the question right because in the
Yeah.
Novus Ordo is the Solemnity of Mary. So that was the question, and that is the correct answer. So, okay, so I'm gonna read Rob's question exactly how he worded it because I have no idea if I mess something up with this. So, Rob says, name 2 of the 4 feasts that are celebrated on either the traditional or the Novus Ordo calendars between Christmas and January 1st. So there's 4 feasts between the 2 calendars. If you name 2 in either of the calendars, you're good.
3 of them are the same between both. And then
Between
the Novus
what
Ordo
again?
between the Novus Ordo and traditional calendars between Christmas and January 1st. 3 of the feasts are shared between both calendars. 1 is unique to the Novus Ordo.
I know 1, I believe, but
Great job. You got in first, so hope you get 2.
I know. Do they have it in the chat?
We got correct answers in the chat. So
Okay.
all right. Does anybody have it?
Okay.
Angela got it.
Okay, 1, I believe, is the Feast of the Holy Innocents. Correct? Is that one?
Correct.
Jive?
You're good.
Okay. I believe that's the 29th. And
No,
then
but that's okay.
Huh? It's
You got
not?
the feast right. You got the feast right.
Not
Don't
the
worry about
29th, but you got the feast right. So
It's the 28th, but whatever.
Oh, the
It's
28th.
okay. Don't
sorry.
worry. You got the feast right.
And
It's okay.
then is the other one John the Baptist? For some
John.
reason,
Close.
I have
John.
close, very close.
John.
John the Evangelist.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. We're giving it to
Hey,
him, Rob.
first try. Good job.
We're giving it. We're giving
I
it
love
to
being a woman, you guys.
Hey.
All right, so the other 2 are it's Saint John the
Wait,
Apostle
wait.
and the Evangelist, Feast of the Holy Family, and the Holy Innocents.
Oh yeah,
Well, that's
Feast of the
Saint
Holy Family,
Stephen.
obviously.
So the Holy Family is the Novus Ordo, and then Saint Stephen, Holy Innocents, and John the Evangelist are the trad.
Okay, are we gonna talk about
Is it-
Adam and Eve's feast day?
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Saints
Ooh.
Adam and Eve?
They're the 24th
I was,
because
said
then you have
between
that new
Christmas
Adam
and
and the
New
new
Year's.
Eve on the 25th.
Oh, I guess that's before.
He said
Isn't that
between
amazing?
But that
Christmas
is-
and New Year's.
I never knew
that
that.
is a
That's weird how
cool.
only
I
Eid
didn't
is
know that
mentioned
either.
in that date.
Yeah.
One
Is it-
thing I am semi-bitter about is that, so at least I know for the Feast of St. Stephen, I believe it's the same for at least John the Evangelist as well. Both of those, if not also Holy Innocents, all had octaves of their own. And I think this is a pre-55 versus 62 or whatever. So that was one of the subtle changes that took place, is that they removed those octaves from the liturgical calendar, and those were just standalone starting in the 62 and on. I believe that's at least the case now, obviously.
Or
But
overlapping octaves.
Yeah.
How would that, if that's the case, how would that work?
I'm
Do
confused.
do
it would
three
work.
combined become a super octave?
Super.
It would,
I don't know.
A trifecta octave. A trifoctave.
The trifoctave.
I'm curious
think
as to
we-
which Catholic answers, dude, I sound like.
Jimmy, you sound like Jimmy.
Well, Kyle looks like Jimmy Aiken, and Rob sounds like him, maybe.
Together with our powers combined,
Yeah,
we
for
make a gift of
real.
Jimmy Aiken.
You
I'm
do
not gonna
look like
lie.
Jimmy. Oh my god.
I was like,
How-
is Jimmy Aiken in this right now? And I opened up.
Somebody change his little name banner.
Kyle, you really should just put Jimmy Aiken and see if anybody watching the show later
Listen,
on.
I don't think I have the power to change that, but
I do.
Oh, there you go.
Diane says an octave cubed.
Dollar General Jimmy Aiken. There we go.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, just leave it as Jimmy because I'm gonna post a clip later. I'm like, guys, we got Jimmy Aiken on.
Jimmy Aiken $sign.
Rob, you
Yes,
want
I
to get a
did
score
do yes to
update?
Jimmy Aiken. Yes.
Okay, score update. On the show itself, we have Darren with 5, Kyle with 3, Nick with 2, and Angela with 1.
Who's Kyle?
Yeah, we
We
don't
have
know.
Jimmy.
We have Jimmy,
Jimmy.
with 3. You're right.
Yeah, Jimmy Aiken with 3.
I'm gonna change that in my spreadsheet real quick.
Look, Eva Rose is saying she came in late and she thought it was Jimmy Aiken.
I did the same thing.
All right, so
Do you,
listen.
do you have any idea how, like, if we had Jimmy Aiken or someone really big like that, Anthony would be a wreck.
Yeah, I'd be nervous as
Yeah.
anything. Like when you guys are all here, I'm fine. So now the other acceptable answers for which feast lands between Christmas and New Year's would have been Kwanzaa. I would have totally accepted Kwanzaa.
Apparently, I sound like Joe Heschmeyer.
Heschmeyer. All right, so we got Joe Heschmeyer and Jimmy Aiken on tonight. So
Yeah,
Okay,
there
so
you go.
the
Boxing
score in
Day's
the
legit,
chat.
too.
the score in the chat.
Score in the chat. We have surprise. Well, we have Margaret with 7. We have Joe Boturf with 6. And then we have Tobias with 5.
Oh, very good, very good. How is Diane doing? Because I've been seeing Diane punching answers in fast.
Not a single point.
You're telling me she
Not
hasn't got a
fast
single
enough.
point.
She hasn't gotten top 3.
All right, so Diane, you have to answer within. You have to be one of the first 3 to answer. But don't worry. Look, she did get a point. You're not paying attention. Diane, put Diane down for 4 points. I'm giving Diane 4 points right now.
Right, meow.
Right now on Diane, I have 4 points.
Come on,
Give her
Mel.
4
Is
points. She's in
Right,
the
meow.
money.
Trent Horn in this situation?
Come on, meow.
Yeah,
Come on.
We're calling the game. Diane.
Do I look like a cat to you?
yeah. Diane had the first 2.
No.
And
So Diane, the rule is you have to be one of the first 3 with the correct answer for each question.
But because I'm in charge, she's getting 2 points for both of those 2
Doesn't
questions.
matter.
This game is rigged.
It is.
Charge.
Somehow I won last week. I'm not
These
sure
are
how it
extra
worked.
ballots.
I said give that woman 4 points. I'm not kidding. Diane,
I
I'm
mean,
keeping
it
a
is
separate
election
score for you,
season.
Diane. I'm keeping a separate score for you.
It wouldn't be a real election if there wasn't some rigging involved.
Yo,
There's gotta be some
Adrian.
All right. Now,
Rob's from the
here we go.
Caliphate. It's fine.
Here we
Election
go.
day
Next-
also has an octave.
And it's, yeah, it's more like a month, actually.
right, ready?
That's a recent invention, the octave of
Oh.
election day.
Are we ready?
No.
Yes, it's sexist
Pater Familias, yes.
affirmation action. All right, here we go. What is the Latin title for the song O Come, Emmanuel?
Shoot.
The Latin title for O Come, Emmanuel.
This show is making me feel like a normie.
Diane, you got 4, is what I'm telling you. I am in the chair of Peter. Don't worry about this Rob guy. I outrank him when it comes to giving points out. Don't worry about him.
It's going to be 50-50, I swear. We'll be partners, I swear.
Well, you can split the prize money. Like what we got to
It was
pay out. You can
code
split that
for-
with me. That's 50-50.
It was code for
I-
you will do all the work.
No, here's what it is. We split the cost. That's all it is. We're 50-50 when it comes to paying for this outfit. All right, which one of you guys got it?
An
Angela.
outfit.
Veni Emmanuel?
That's it. Benny, Emmanuel.
Anthony and Rob bought an outfit together.
Judith, we're not doing Chinese accents today.
Thank goodness.
Weenie weenie.
that
The classical
was-
Latin is weenie weenie.
was yesterday's show. That was yesterday's
That was
show.
yesterday. This is today.
Yeah.
It's a new
yesterday's show
cluster.
we did that. I'd be first if it wasn't for autocorrect. Why were so many answers answer before you finish? Oh, Diane, you have to switch to live chat. I think that's what you're doing wrong.
That's why she thinks she has 2.
Yeah. All right. So Diane, you're in top chat. You have to be on live chat. And you're
Also, make sure
buffering.
your bar is all the way
Yeah,
over.
you're-
Make
all
sure
right,
you're
so
not
you're-
buffered.
You're lagging behind.
Get your
Okay,
N5
So give her a couple extra seconds to get caught
Yeah,
up
yeah, yeah.
before we ask
Diane,
the
you're
next
still in this. Don't
question.
worry about it. So I
Hey,
want you
Brick,
to slide
You want to
the
know what
bar
Anthony did? Anthony took that short, sent it directly to a chat with Flanders in it.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Which
did.
part?
But it was on our channel.
He did that. He definitely
Yeah,
did
it's
that.
true.
It's from our channel. He doesn't care what we do on our channel.
Which short?
You didn't see my 2 shorts that I put out today, Connor?
No.
I noticed one isn't. I can't see it on YouTube.
do
It's
you mean?
listed as public on our in our studio. It's listed as public, but if you go to our channel, it's not there.
Which one? The
The one,
accent one?
That one.
the accent one.
Yeah, that's why I only got 78 views.
Oh, I watched it.
I know, but it's not there anymore. It still shows as public,
So
but YouTube's not showing it,
Oh,
yeah.
that's so funny.
which means it's probably an incoming strike.
For what though?
You're the one that put #racist in it.
Yes, you did.
It's a joke though.
Yeah, like
They don't
everybody.
know,
Let's
they
look
don't
at
know the
this.
joke. And that is
Man,
on the joke.
the algorithm doesn't know what humor is, I guess.
So how did you
Alright.
all lose your jobs?
Well, funny story.
All right, here we go. What's the name of the guardian angel who takes George Bailey on his journey? I've never seen this movie, by the
Oh, I
way.
haven't either.
I refuse to watch it.
No clue.
Well then,
Everybody's saying nice knowing you, Anthony. Rest in peace, Anthony. YouTube doesn't joke.
Sorry, Anthony. Somebody would like to say hi to you.
Oh, my favorite, Wise Alec. Hi. I heard about your Home Alone pranks.
Oh, he's saying that he heard about your Home Alone pranks last year with Dad.
Good job.
It was to trick him.
Good job.
All right, can you guys say goodnight? Goodbye.
Yo, Enoch. I mean, I like you, but I will unfriend you and block you on every single platform right now.
Shut the door, please.
Don't you dare tell me that movie stinks.
What movie? Home Alone or
Home Alone. Oh, no. Oh, he's talking about the George Bailey. Oh, no. Enoch, we're on the same page. You're 100% right.
okay.
Yeah. I won't watch that other movie. Home Alone's
That
amazing.
movie only got popular because it fell into public domain because nobody cared about it.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
It's the
I'm
worst
not-
movie.
I'm
I won't
not
watch
even
it.
kidding.
It's a terrible movie.
Like CDS
Anthony,
picked it up because
how
nobody
can you
cared
say
about it.
it's the worst movie, but
I've
also
seen
say
clips of
I've
it.
never
I've
seen
never
it?
seen
clips
it.
of it. I've seen like the acting in it. The acting looks atrocious. I'm not going to sit through that movie.
Oh,
Never going to.
thank
happen.
you.
I really got upset because I thought Enoch was saying Home Alone stinks, and I would that's
Take
my
offense to that. Clearly.
favorite. All right, good. See, he says, "Oh, I hit it." Me and Rob always click on the same comments. Home Alone's a classic. Yes, we're on the same page. All right, which one you guys got it?
I got it. I'm gonna say Clarence.
It is correct. Clarence. I don't know
All
who
right.
Clarence is. I don't know what he does. I don't know where he's from. I don't know nothing about him.
Heaven.
New Jersey.
Clarence parents
New
have a real
Jersey.
nice marriage. That's what I know. All right.
Oh,
name-
who got the last question right? Not that one, but the one before it.
I do.
Angela.
Angela did.
She
Angela and
Princess
her
was
army
correct.
of children.
How
The funny-
dare you?
The funny thing about
How
Home
dare
Alone
you?
is
I will never live it down. I
Home
will
Alone
never.
still holds up. So Home Alone is from, has to be from 1990, right?
Something like that.
32
later
years
than
old.
that.
That movie
It's
holds up.
It's probably like 90,
95.
95, 96.
No way.
No,
I'm
pretty
90,
I'm
91,
pretty
91
Macaulay
latest.
Culkin's
I think
my
it's a
age.
92.
Oh,
He
is
was
he?
8 years old.
No,
1990.
92 was New York.
1990.
1990. You're
1990,
right.
right? He's
92 was
my
New
age,
York.
Macaulay Culkin.
Wow.
Movie's older than me.
Yes, Timothy Leroy. It is about child neglect, and it's about a really funny Italian criminal. I mean, how could you not like Joe Pesci? Marv!
Does that make me Marv?
I'm Marv. Oh, I'm Harry. I'm Harry. You're Marv. No. Yeah, you're Marv.
Which
I'm
one's
Harry.
what?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm Harry.
well, sure.
That totally happened. Who,
Prepping for
kid are
heaven.
you trying
I will
to
ban you from this
at
show.
house?
Ban him now. It's over.
Phil,
He doesn't know how
He's got
to.
the power now, though.
if I know how to block you guys, I would throw you guys right out right now.
Elijah.
Exactly.
Just so you know, Elijah's middle name is Emmanuel.
Ah, beautiful. All right. Name the 3 wise men who visited the Christ child.
Of course, Darren got in there
Oh,
first.
geez.
Come on, that's a simple one. We do it to chalk over the doors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I only know one of them.
Flanders,
Diane,
Bezos, and
I
Bannon.
just took one of your 4 points away, Diane.
Oh,
We're the 3 wise men, guys.
Ah,
and that word has no meaning anymore.
I will say, doesn't get better than Speed 2. All right?
Truly a cinematic masterpiece.
Speed 2, now that's an Oscar-worthy performance, I will say.
The movies I've seen Brick go, it's okay too.
He's
And
like-
really, he goes, Speed 2. Mwah.
Schindler's List, It's all right.
It was okay.
All right. Which one of you guys got it?
Would have been better in color, right, Ant?
Schindler's List. I've never seen it. I won't watch it. If it's black and white, I won't watch it. I've never seen it.
Sounds racist.
Classy.
I mean, if you want me to tell you why I really didn't watch it, we could get into it. But
It's in black, white, and red.
Ooh,
but, you
that's
know.
our channel sort of thing.
yeah, that's an our channel joke. All right. Which one of you guys got it?
I got it.
Who you got?
Balthasar, Casper, and Melkar.
It's Huey, Dewey, and Louie. We talked about this last time. That is correct.
Never heard those for some reason.
I've only heard Balthazar. I didn't know the other two.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about Huey.
The
Dewey, and
Epiphany
Louie.
blessing.
Like MCB, like the
Yeah, read about the
chalk
door.
blessing after
Epiphany
Which
blessing,
also
yeah.
after
is
Epiphany.
the initials for the blessing in Latin, right?
Yes, it's a double. Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to get moving.
Double entendre.
Let's get going.
Yes.
All right.
What does the I thought Rob, every time I see the screen move, I think Rob kicks me off. What does the
I had to.
That was awesome.
He does it to me 4 times an episode. Every time I see the screen move, I think I got booted off.
He's traumatized.
I really am. Every time I see this, I'm like, he did it again.
Oh.
All right, the Latin word adventus means what? What Rob said, what does it mean or signify?
Oh.
It doesn't mean Advent. Come, you got to do better than that, guys.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not in first year.
Man, I should have been on
No,
last week. I knew it was-
you're totally in first here.
PTSD.
Oh, shoot, I am.
Oh, Tim's wife's in the chat. I can't show it because she's got the right answer, but
Flanders' wife? Oh, Whitney's here. Whitney, you see, you told us to ask harder questions, and nobody knew any of the answers. I let Rob pick a few questions, and they were so insanely hard, nobody knew anything about them. So I did take your advice, Whitney, and I'm never taking it again.
How long has Flanders been sleeping? How long do you guys think Tim's been sleeping by now? Tonight?
At least
an hour and 6
At
minutes.
least an hour.
At least an hour.
Metaphors. Whitney, how long has Tim been sleeping?
Yes, Jason.
Everyone at normal. All right, who got it?
Angela.
Go ahead, Ange.
I pass.
No.
Advent. Think about what Advent
know,
is. What are we doing in
beginning?
Advent?
I think it's pretty easy.
When my therapist asked me to describe my nightmares, I just say faces, faces everywhere, and the questions are all wrong.
Come on.
I gotta tell you, if we ever get a
so
chance
good.
to have Joe do a meetup with us, Joe is so funny.
Dude, fun fact about Joe. We found out like we tangentially like work with each other. So like our work teams, like we talk to each other on that during the day.
So you know Joe Boucher?
No, I met him like through this, and like we
Oh.
talk together on like our teams at work.
Are you both contractors for the Gov?
Shush, yes.
Oh, look, they got him already.
All right.
Hold. Okay, you got him.
Yeah, we need Botrip to meet up with us. So yeah, Whitney says that Tim's actually driving. I hope he's listening while he's driving. Let's see.
As long as he's not sleeping while he's driving.
Yes. All right. So which one of you guys are
No, I'm
Angela?
passing.
I'm really not.
My everything is. I don't know anything.
I'm trying to figure it out a little bit in my head. I'm trying to say like adventure. Like, which sounds a lot like Advent, I know, but it's not. It's
The
totally
advent of something is what? Like, are you guys kidding me? You guys don't know what
The
the advent
beginning.
of something is?
I don't know. I was
Go
going to say the
figured it out.
beginning. That was
Go
my
ahead,
guess.
Nick.
I don't
Go
I
ahead.
think I know it, though.
Just go ahead.
I think, is it the coming? Or
Yes,
The
it's
coming,
the
duh.
advent of the Lord. I mean, it's the coming
Oh
of the
my
Lord.
goodness,
That,
that was dumb.
that was
I
such an
just had to
easy
sit-
one.
Not trying
Okay,
to
but
beat
I feel
everyone.
so much better that it wasn't just me. Every time you guys fail, I feel better about myself. Is what I'm trying to say.
That's concupiscence right there.
That's
This is reverse concupiscence.
this is a really disturbing kind of thing. You like watching us fail.
I do. I enjoy it.
That's true.
I feel like that's not right.
Yeah, the
See-
coming. I did know that. I don't know.
Okay.
You had it.
And
All right,
it
so
was
listen,
deep
Rob-
in the
Rob
recesses
asked a
of
whole-
my tiny brain.
Rob asked a whole bunch of terrible questions, so I slipped a few extras in at the end because I knew his questions were going to be terrible. So we usually do 20. I got 22 lined up, so don't worry.
You are doing my next one though, right?
Yeah. That's a good
Because
one.
that's one of the coolest ones, I think.
Okay. The word Advent signifies a coming. What or when is the threefold coming of Christ that we should be meditating on during Advent and which are signified by the three separate Christmas masses at midnight, day, dawn, and day? Midnight, dawn, and day. There's three masses. There's three different things we should be meditating on during Advent.
Three different
So-
comings of Christ.
Three different comings of Christ. Now, this really is a great question. And if you guys don't know this, this is a great one to know because you will know what you should be meditating on. It's a beautiful meditation, and it's something that you should really actually be thinking about during Advent.
Garen J has a homily from an older saint, I think, on this. That's just amazing.
Who does?
Garen J.
Oh,
I have an entire book on this.
One that
Trivia
you
night where
wrote.
you learn that you're a terrible Catholic. All right, let's go.
so I see a lot of people missing one.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
they're getting two. So Rob, you see Greg's answer, Rob? I thought that was the correct answer when I read it. But I do see what you're saying. So I think I would accept Greg's answer.
Yeah, because that's kind of part
The
of
same
it, right?
thing. It's kind of the same thing if you think about it in a technical way. So which one of you guys got?
Brandon's is similar there.
I got it.
What do you say?
So the first is the historical coming of Christ, where he
Nativity.
actually came into the world and like made
His
history
birth, yeah.
and redefined it. Right.
Internet.
The second is we're preparing for his coming into our lives, into our heart, like the Eucharistic coming, basically. And the third is, I'm just kidding. It's the second coming. It's
Yeah.
preparing for his next coming.
For his coming in glory.
Mhm.
So it's really it's the coming in the flesh at the nativity. The second is in the soul of every member or in the Eucharist, right? So when you receive the Eucharist, you're actually
Right.
receiving Christ into you. And the third is the final it's really the coming in glory at the end.
Yeah.
The coming in glory at the end or the final judgment. So
Garen J describes it as the coming in judgment.
yeah, it's
Yeah, that
the
was-
coming in glory at the second coming. So but that's really a beautiful meditation during Advent that
And if you pay attention to the readings, it alludes to that the entire time.
Yep.
You read so much from Revelation, and if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't know
It's
why.
also-
Because
It's also like the threefold scripture too. Like it's the historical reading of scripture, the
spiritual
contemporary
reading.
Yeah.
So is that
Yeah.
maintained in the new rite or in the Novus Ordo?
yeah,
Mhm.
I do believe they
It
have
is.
three separate
It
Yep.
masses.
absolutely is.
Yeah,
Sorry.
as you're approaching
Yeah, I've
Advent,
never known this.
you actually do read all the readings about the end of the world. You read Matthew 24, you read Revelation, and that's even in the Novus Ordo they do that. So, all right.
Nice.
So, next Home Alone question, because I love Home Alone. So if you know Home Alone, get ready. Where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind in part one? Not Lost in New York. That's too simple. Part one, where are the parents going when they leave him home?
Unfortunately, not to prison.
So let's
That's a
see.
it's a good point.
2 Thessalonians 2:14. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold to the traditions which you have learned, whether by word of mouth, by epistle, or on so you think you know the faith. I gotta say, man, our audience, they really are a fun audience. They get our humor. They know exactly. Why is Brett saying this?
Did you see this?
Even if no matter how good it be.
That's pretty funny, Phil.
It is, Phil. But why is Brick saying go away, Anthony? I don't get it.
I don't know, just a general feeling.
You guys are
I
mean
don't
to
know.
me sometimes. Sometimes you guys are just mean. All right, let's see. Diane, you're there's buffering going on. You're behind in the chat. So, but don't worry, you're still in the running.
Depending on what you're watching on, if you're on a mobile device, the live is there's probably a little gray circle next to it. Click the live, and it will
slide it
jump
over.
you. Slide it over, or just click the word live.
She's got a huge delay. She's saying so. All right. So, which one of you guys got it?
Jimmy Aiken.
We got Jim.
All right, I believe that they're going to Paris.
They were going to Paris. I am totally cutting up clips and pretending we had Jimmy Aiken on tonight. This is going to be great.
I'm going to send this to Jimmy Aiken later and let him know that I was an impersonator. So here we go.
All right, so I have
Have
one
you ever
question
gotten
left.
a cease and desist letter before?
No, but there's a first time for everything.
You might.
Rob, I got one question left. So what's the score?
Well, if you give Jimmy 4 points, he'll be tied with Darren. Nick has 3. So Darren has 8, Jimmy has 4, Nick has 3, Angela has 2. In the chat, we have Margot in the lead with 9.
Wow, Margot. way
Joe
to go.
Boturf and Tobias tied in second with 7. And then we have Eppo Rose in third with 5.
Okay, so now Eppo Rose has never won, right?
No, not that I know of.
Samantha looks new.
Yep.
Samantha's new, and so is Diane. So Diane, Samantha, and Eppo Rose, you three are in competition for the prize right now. So between you three,
Darren has a bonus question.
Darren, you're not allowed to participate in this question because you're so far ahead. So this is between Jim and Nick.
Oh,
Kyle
boy.
and Nick.
I don't get to ask the question.
You don't get a chance.
But I don't get to ask it.
He can ask it.
I have a good Advent question.
Well, I'll tell you what. If
That way
Nick
he's
gets
not
this
in the
right,
running.
Nick gets this right, then you get to ask the next one because they'll be tied.
All right, perfect.
Well, how about you ask this one, and if Nick gets it right, I'll ask my question.
All
Why
right.
don't you do that. Let's do that.
All right.
All right. So now listen, Samantha, Diane, and Eppo Rose. You three are in competition with these 2 questions that are coming. So I want to see between you three, which one of you guys are going to get in. And then I'm just going to totally fake them out. So let's go. Darren asked I don't think they heard that. Darren, ask the question. Fire away.
So, what weekend in Advent is traditionally set aside for the blessing of the Nativity Jesus? So, the Nativity Jesus in your, the Jesus in your Nativity set, what weekend of Advent is that blessed? Traditionally?
The actual baby Jesus?
The actual baby Jesus. It gets blessed. There's a special blessing for the baby Jesus.
But not
in
put
Nativity.
into the cradle yet.
Yeah.
But the baby,
but it's
statue
done.
itself.
It's done on a specific weekend in Advent. I just learned this last year because my church started doing it.
And this is why Darren can't pick questions either, guys. Just so you know.
It's a good Advent question. You got a 1 out of 4 chance.
I think Joe's right. I don't know what you're talking about. Joe's got it.
Here, I can go to the comments and tell you.
Joe said the 7th.
Also known as
So
the 54th Sunday in Ordinary Time.
Joe has it. Eppo Rose has it. Whitney has it.
All right, people got it. So between Nick and Kyle, do either of you know it?
I've got the guess. It's the 4th Sunday.
No.
Nick, what do you think?
Okay, then Nick, it's all yours, bud.
My
Nick
guess.
He might
is
be
in.
right. I'm not saying he's right.
Wait,
or
I'm in there.
Yeah, Angela's
No,
in
Ange.
there first.
No, you're
wrong.
not.
How
was-
many questions Angela has?
I'm not.
No, because you have.
Oh,
you
I'm
have enough
sorry.
points to compete.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Listen,
I'm
You're
an
a
idiot.
woman, Angela. You don't
I'm
get
an
to
idiot.
compete.
I know. All right,
So wait,
I'm
Nick,
holding
you can
2
guess
kids
too,
right now.
because he
You
guessed.
got
So
lost.
he didn't know. He guessed. So you could guess too.
My guess would be, I'm gonna say my gut tells me third.
Okay.
Gaudate.
Is that what you're in?
Kyle
Oh.
Aiken won. Oh no! Wait, was it the third?
No,
or
no,
fourth?
Nick got it. Nick got it.
Oh,
It was the
I thought
third.
it was the fourth.
So
Okay,
Jimmy
so-
-1.
All right, so
I
now
think that-
we're a tie right now, right?
No, I think because I lost one, he gained one, so I think he's in the lead.
All right, we're gonna
Yeah,
go one
for
more
second. He's in the lead for second.
question.
Okay,
We're
yeah.
gonna go one more question.
Wait,
So wait, now Diane. Now between Diane and Samantha and Eppo Rose,
Hold-
did any
hold
of them
on.
get it?
Here's a new conspiracy theory.
No, Punish Grover is Anthony Boss, who did that podcast with Tim Gordon and Joe Boca. Joe Boca did Here to Help originally with Punished Grover. The original
Oh,
Here to Help podcast was with Punished
So we
Grover.
actually know
There was a
who
Here to Help
EMHC
podcast?
Grover
Yeah,
is.
I know who he is. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I didn't know
Anthony
that. I
Boss.
thought it was
Yeah. He did the original podcast with Joe Boca. The original Here to Help is with Anthony Boss, who is Punished Grover, or EMH Extraordinary Minister Grover.
wait. So Joe was with another Anthony?
Yeah. The first, so me and Joe started.
feels
the same
wrong,
week.
doesn't it, Connor?
Yeah.
Me and Joe started the same week,
He has
and
a
I had
side-
just met Joe, and he picked a different Anthony to do his podcast with, and I picked Rob. I'm kind of happy with the way things worked out. I gotta say.
Yeah, like
Wow.
4 months later.
No, because Joe's a loose cannon, and this whole show would have been blown up. But me and him together? Are you kidding me?
Well, but
It would have
you
been
were
bad.
together. You got
Every-
the 3 of you were named in the thing for the longest time.
What were we in?
It was you, Rob, and Joe.
In our
were
Oh
overlay.
your-
yeah. But
your
that
apps
was
were at
Joe
the
was never
bottom.
really part of it. We just kind of thought he was going to do some stuff, and he never materialized. But yeah, originally, but if it was just me and Joe together, right now we'd be starting wars with every other channel. Who the heck is Grover? The guy who gave? Yes, that is actually who the Twitter character was named after.
Pretending
Like,
to
he made
be.
it. Yeah, he made it after that episode because he was a TNT fan.
If it was
he
you and
wasn't-
Joe Anthony, you guys would be on Rumble.
We'd be on Rumble, but we'd be going after. We'd be doing like what
You'd be
that
doing what
obnoxious-
him and Kennedy do?
Yeah, like worse. Because I'm obnoxious and I like to really. Kennedy's like more serious. Like I'd have been
You
like, Joe,
obnoxious?
let's do
Kennedy's
this.
respectable and you're you.
All right, last question. Let's do this last. I can't believe how long we're going. Poor
Wait,
poor
who's allowed
Tim.
to answer this question? That's what I want to know.
All right, during the visitation, when Mary
You guys
visits
can answer the
Elizabeth,
question.
John the Baptist leaps in his mother's womb. What Old Testament event foreshadows this? Anybody can answer this one.
Oh,
Well, thanks for telling
Except
us. now.
Darren. Except
Oh.
Darren.
I got it.
Don't worry.
For the
Jimmy
record,
got
Joe,
it.
thanks for doxing me.
I don't know why there's a K under Jimmy. It doesn't make any sense.
And Whitney said she's she's jealous of those baby snuggles.
Put your first and last name on there.
Look at all these little babies. She got 5 babies. She's watching. The husband's out, and she's still doing podcasts. Angela is a beast. Okay, which one of you guys got it?
I mean,
We got.
not that it matters. It's David dancing in front of the Ark of the Covenant.
That is correct. All right, so now let's see. Now,
Not-
Epo Rose got
Not
the
that it
answer.
matters. That's like a summary of the whole thing.
Yeah. The questions are made up and the points don't matter.
Listen, did everybody in the chat have fun? I hope so. So Epo got
Make sure you
it.
smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
I just want to see how many
Hit
no's we get.
subscribe.
If you
Now,
want more Jimmy Aiken,
Check me out on Jimmy Aiken's Mysterious World.
And also on Kyle Whittington's podcast for some strange reason.
Yeah, Jimmy Aiken's going to be on Kyle's podcast this week. So
No, I'm not even kidding. I'm literally in talks with him to get him on my show. Like,
Stop
it's not
it.
even a joke.
Whitney,
That's
Kyle,
not
you
even
have a
would-
show?
Whitney, I would love it if you came on with us.
Yeah. Why am I here? You're way smarter than I am.
No, but come on with Angela. Come on, Whitney, come on with us.
Kyle,
know
have
all
you
the shows
seen-
that Tim does are too nerdy and boring for you, but this is right up your alley. We would love it if you participated in the show and came on and hung out with us.
Nick enjoyed that one.
Kyle.
Guess what, Epo? You actually were winning and you just lost, and I'm giving the prize to Diane now.
Rigged.
No, Whitney, don't worry. I asked questions that you could hang with. You'd be fine. I'm giving it to Diane. Where's Diane? Is Diane still here?
Roll call.
Uh-oh. Diane, you better answer, because if not, I'm
She's
giving it
here.
to Samantha. All right.
Hit her up in the chat.
Diane, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you an email address, and you're going to send your contact info. Now, what we have for you is a holy water keychain, and I'm also going to give one to Samantha, and I'm also going to give one to Epo Rose. We're going to send 3 out. I was only
So
teasing.
all of you,
all 3 of you,
email me at team@avoidingbabylon.com, and I'll get those mailed out along with the ones from last week. The
So
little keychains just arrived. So
oh, they came. Awesome. Okay, so here's basically what we do, guys. If you've never been on the show before, you get a prize. That's how we. If you're in the chat and you've never been here before, we always give the newbies a prize.
That's the
that
trump
way we get you
card.
hooked.
And we get you hooked. You get this cute, awesome little keychain, a holy water keychain. You have to get your own holy water. Wait, Rob, you have holy water.
Yeah, you have a ton.
Oh, this one came with shattered inside.
Oh,
Just kidding, you
All right, send a
guys.
different one out. Check them before you send them out, Rob.
Little glass everywhere.
Oh, that's not good. Make sure you check them before you send them out.
Yep, I will.
So yeah, so that's what we do. We try to give the newbies a prize because we want you guys to come and hang out again. So everybody else, Rob, who
We're
actually won in
bribing
the
you.
chat just for bragging rights?
Margot.
As Don says, the first one is free. Margot won this week.
Margot won.
Margot should be
Margot,
nominated more.
congratulations, Margot! You won.
And Boturf and Tobias tied for second, 1 point behind her.
Can't believe you guys let a girl beat you. What losers!
Now we put
All
up.
right, so
I
now-
resent that.
So now what we do towards the end of the show is we do a round and we let everybody promote their stuff and we go from there. So let's start with Nick. Nick, what do you have coming up on Traditional Thomas this week?
I have basically coming up all the stuff that Anthony was saying is nerdy. So lots of. I'm going to be basically doing. I'm doing a series over kind of just Catholic dogmatic theology. We're going through the Sacra Theologiae Summa, and we're also doing a second series, that's kind of an expositional series on St. Thomas Aquinas' famous Summa Theologiae. And then the last one, this one's kind of been reflected a bit on the meaning of Catholic on Monday mornings, but eventually we'll be doing like a very large, long, robust series, like a Catholic philosophical series, responding to all of the points of wokeism that you see in our modern day culture, kind of like bringing the intellectual fight to the opposition, if you will. So yes, if you're wanting to be a nerd, come to my show.
Now there is 100% a proper place for nerd stuff, and my favorite channel on YouTube is Meaning of Catholic because of the nerd stuff. So we make jokes about it, but I've learned more from Meaning of Catholic than anywhere else. There's just different channels have different things. Rob and I just try to provide goofiness, and we try to be a little silly and be fun with things because we think that there is a space for what we do. Because we think everybody does different things and everybody has their own niche. And I've been a class clown my whole life, basically. And I mean,
Anthony does the whole dumb Italian bit, but the guy listens to like a 30-hour podcast on Mongol culture.
Yeah.
On Mongol culture.
Well, listen, the Genghis Khan series on
Wrath of the Khans by
that was a great
Dan
series,
Carlin.
man. I have a lot of time to listen to things because I spend 14 hours a day in my truck, so I just happen to listen to a lot of things. So let's move on.
That
to,
would be a good
to
one.
plot lines.
This would be fun.
What's coming up on plot lines? Wait, would you ever do a name that to Novus Ordo with it? I would love.
Haven't you guys
that would
done
be
that?
That
I
would
thought you
be
guys did that
so
once.
much fun. A
No.
I
special,
will listen. You
special
got
edition.
Epo
Anthony
Rose, you just
loves
gave
Novus
me
Ordo hymns.
the greatest show idea.
I don't want to be part of that.
You're coming.
Anthony,
Oh,
please no. Just
Oh,
don't
you're
text me.
coming. Not just that, but I will honestly. What I would really want to do
Let
is
me
make sure by the
alone.
end of this episode, even.
The daughters and sons of him who built the valleys and plains. Praise the wonders our God has done in every heart that sings.
Nick, can you play some of these on the banjo?
No.
The thing is, Nick's a convert. He never got to grow up with these gems. You see?
I do
Angela's got it
play.
ahead now.
Many are the
The blessings he bears to the. All right. So plot lines. What's coming up on plot lines?
So nothing for sure right now. Nothing specific. Just other nerd stuff. Basically, a different kind of nerd stuff. Very different from traditional Thomist nerd stuff. But anyways, yeah, just go subscribe to Plotlines. More will come. Nothing specific right now.
Yeah, Connor was sick a little bit, so he had a little lay down. And Joe, that is not my ringtone yet. Will be making that my ringtone after this episode.
I will be calling him all the time.
The thing is, there's so many amazing Novus Ordo jams to choose from that once I get sick of that one, I'll just pick another. Rob, I sent Rob like four different ones to choose from. I'm like, wait, Rob, should we do this one? Wait, I'm like, no, this is the one we're going with.
If I'm correct, I believe he's got a Robert E. Lee portrait back there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nick's a Southerner.
Oh yeah.
Nick's a Southerner.
The hardest thing about coming on this show is that like half of you or all of you are over the Mason-Dixon line. So we're still outnumbered here in 2022. So
I think the South will win the next one, though.
Yeah, but
heck yeah, we
and
will.
like Bannister and Flanders, I'm more or less a copperhead. So
yeah.
Respect.
Me too.
Let's move on to Kyle Aiken. Kyle, what do you change your name so people actually know how to find your YouTube channel?
Right. Yeah.
Change your name so people can find your YouTube channel.
Well, Rob, you're gonna have to do that one because I don't know how.
Oh.
Yep, I'm not Anthony. So okay, guys. So
Thank God.
I'm Kyle Whittington, not Jimmy Aiken. Sorry to disappoint you. My channel name is super creative. It's just my first and last name. On my channel, I mostly focus on conversion stories. This upcoming Monday, I've got a former Methodist pastor coming on in the afternoon. That wasn't actually a joke. Like I literally do have Jimmy Aiken. We're in talks to get him on my show. We're going to talk about the various papal documents and like what they are and the differences between them and what like consequences they have in our lives. And then on top of that, I've just got a few short videos that are a little tongue-in-cheek. It doesn't really matter where you lie on like the Novus Ordo traditional side of things. They're probably going to make you angry, but hopefully they make you laugh. But that's really all I got.
Now, we also have Rob and I are going on Kyle's channel the Monday after Thanksgiving, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, Rob and I will be on Kyle's channel the Monday
you did
after
text me
Thanksgiving.
that. That's right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would have thought he would have led with that one, but
all right, I had Jimmy Aiken on the brain.
Stephen Juneau, what do you want to do the Meaning Catholic rundown or
that way we don't have to?
I'm lurking, man. Watch out. I'm always around. No.
All right.
I got nothing.
Well, do you know what's coming up on Tim's channel or?
Not really. I mean, I know. So, Thomas, I know you guys did the. You guys have done a couple of the wokeism stuff on the morning show. Are you continuing that then? Is that going to be
We're going to continue it. We're going to have one more episode before Thanksgiving. Then we're going to take a little hiatus. Then we're going to come back and hopefully we're actually going to get you, Miss Angela, on to talk about feminism and a couple other guests to come on.
My favorite topic.
Well, Angela's a feminist. Yeah. She's gonna tell you guys all about becoming a feminist, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Put us in our place.
Anytime Angela says "oh my gosh" like that, what she really wants to do is strangle Angela.
Is it so obvious?
Yeah.
I checked out a bunch of Kyle stuff today. Kyle had me rolling. He has a
the
video.
Pizza one was
cold pizza or free pizza got him to convert. I actually clipped it and sent it to my group chat today. We were laughing at it. It's very fun. Check Kyle's channel out. It's awesome. And now let's hear what's coming up on Integrated, my favorite channel.
Yeah, you don't have to lie.
That's my favorite show.
Okay, this week I was supposed to have this interview with Dr. Brukelski. I can't remember what his last name is. It's
Those
Polish.
Polish names.
I know, it's one of those dang Polish names. But if you could offer up a prayer for him, he had a medical emergency. So anyway, we're rescheduling that. We're going to talk about his conversion back into the church and how he, as an obstetrician, decided to stop doing abortions. So we'll get on that. Many of you know that pro-life stuff and anti-abortion stuff is my stuff. Yes, Haley,
So
very
true.
It's true. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a hiatus or a sabbatical of sorts over
Is there
Advent.
another Ascent episode coming?
Yes, we will be continuing to do Ascent. Thank you. The Ascent with me and Haley on the meaning of Catholic. If you didn't get a chance to watch our first controversial dialogue, go and find it on this channel, the meaning of Catholic. We'll be doing more in the upcoming weeks. It's a bi-weekly show on Tuesday nights.
I thought we were doing an Advent cross stitch special.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, so here's the difference. Here's the difference. And we do need to get that actually on the calendar. I don't think
I have to tell you guys how bad Angela is at self-promotion, because not only that, but coming up on Tuesday, we're doing a Friendsgiving on Integrated Angela with
I'm so sorry,
us.
you guys. My brain, I'm drowning right now. I have stuff in my calendar, but I'm living day to day. I literally wake up in the morning. I'm like, what am I doing? I feel like Drew Barrymore in the movie 50 First Dates every day.
And you are like Supermom.
No, but anyway,
no joke, you are. You're like Supermom. The things that you get accomplished with 5 children, and
I have one sleeping in my lap and the other sleeping in my arms. So anyway, this is my life right now. This is a stage. But anyway, feel free to join me over there. I will probably do some lives. Darren, ours will be alive. So we will do some cross stitching live. Darren is teaching me how to cross stitch, and it's the best. And in the meantime, yeah, just stay posted, because I'll just be posting whatever I want, because that's what I do. I do what I want.
Behind the scenes planning effort, Minnesota meetup. It's coming.
Yes, we're trying to figure that out. Everybody lives in Minnesota. We got to figure it out.
Also, we will be doing a morning show episode on the meaning of Catholic with Tim, Our Lady of Victory morning show, but I think we're doing it in the evening. I don't know if that'll be posted in the morning or for pre-recording. I don't understand what's happening, but there will be an episode for Advent, and we'll be talking about liturgical stuff as well.
Now, real quick, Diane, Samantha, and
then my
Rose,
sabbatical.
if you guys are not already subscribed to Avoiding Babylon, I expect you to go over there and
subscribe here and then subscribe to Avoiding Babylon.
Now,
youtube.com/@Avoiding Babylon.
Rob and I just did an episode with Tim Gordon that was really good.
So good.
That
was awesome.
It was a good episode. We had a lot of fun.
Too bad the audio sucked.
Yeah, we had some tech issues, but it was
gotta have him on again.
Next Monday coming up, we will be on Enoch's channel. And Rob and I will be on Enoch's channel on Monday, which we're really looking forward to that. And then trivia will be missing next week because next week is Thanksgiving. So Rob and I will we're going to do something we're going to do Enoch's channel Monday, Angela's channel Tuesday, I believe. And then Wednesday through Sunday, there'll be nothing. And then coming back after Thanksgiving, we have Eric Salmon's coming on. And we are going to do an Advent special on our channel just to prep for Advent. Eric Salmons has a book on the Jesse tree that I do every Christmas. I love his book. I've checked a few different Jesse tree books out. Eric's is by far my favorite. So Eric is going to be coming on our channel.
This might be why Margot doesn't like Anthony.
Oh, we just did a great. I'm Angela right now. Brain fart. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you interrupt me again?
No, I had a brain fart. I forgot that we did the episode with Margot last night.
Yeah.
We had such a fun time last night. We discussed.
She's hilarious.
Margot is very funny.
Margot
is chatty as I am. That episode's actually doing really good. So in the live audience, it wasn't that busy, and it's the views are building up on it. I'm very happy with that one. Margot, you were awesome last night. Thank you so much for that. And anything else? Am I missing anyone? Ange, did I talk over you? Do you have anything else?
No, I can't remember. I don't know what's going on.
I love you. Did I miss anything? Anybody have anything that I missed?
I promise I'm so much more professional when I'm doing my own shows.
Yeah.
Joseph wants to know what I'm going to be cooking next on the channel, and it's going to be a beef heart goulash.
I may be doing pound cake French toast, or
you should. You really
I should do either pound cake French toast, or I do Saturday morning breakfast with my kids, and I'm not working Saturday, so I may do Saturday morning breakfast.
I would like to do that actually. By the way,
pound cake French toast, and the other one I do is I crush up I'll crush up frosted flakes into like powder basically, and I bread French toast in frosted flakes, and it's
Lars.
It's basically a sugar OD for my kids, but they love it. So
yeah, my husband does all the sugary breakfasts on Saturday morning for the kids too.
That's what you have to do, because you only get to see the kids on weekends so often. You don't get to cook very often for them. So.
Here I am making my kids eat beef tongue burritos for breakfast.
Beef tongue. My kids get
just like God intended.
You know what else I'll do with my kids? Listen, if you get bread, just regular bread, white bread, whatever, you cut butter up, you put butter on it, and then you sprinkle powdered sugar on it. Then you put it in the oven on broil, and until it actually candies the bread, and you make candy bread. My kids lose their minds for candy bread. Like
and their teeth and diabetes, and
dude, all my kids have braces and
literally killing them.
It's fine, but they will have these memories later on in life. Dad, you remember when Daddy made candy bread? If they make it, if they don't have a heart attack.
35, they're like, oh, it was worth it.
If their arteries aren't clogged. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I can't believe we still have 30 people in listening to us plug stuff. That's great. Hey. Rob, your wife's at Etsy.
Yeah, my wife does a Etsy. She's actually behind me sculpting one right now that broke in transit. But yeah, so check out Blyton's Birds on Etsy if you are into birds or want a custom sculpture. She's probably going to be staring at me because I don't think she's doing those right now. But anyways.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Please subscribe to Meaning of Catholic. Join the guild. Pay for the Patreon. Come on. We're trying to build a community here. We're trying to build a network here. Please help support. Share this video, because you can help us beat the algorithm if you share the video on social media. That is really one of the most important things you could do, because YouTube doesn't really like to promote content like this. But if you guys share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that's really what helps the algorithm out. So please, guys, help us defeat it. Thank you so much for coming. We will be back here the Thursday after Thanksgiving with another awesome episode. We'll figure out a new theme for that one, too. Rob, take us out, brother.
Yo. Take me back to my reversion. Unite the clans, I give thanks to each person. It's that same holy water that we immerse in. It's that same tradition.